Okay, welcome back to the lesson. So, what are we doing in this lesson? So, we're going here. See, it says edit profile picture. That's a thing from MUI. You can just wrap a button in that, gives you a describing detail. So, come into here. Trying to figure where a picture I just had. So, go loading equals true, then loading false once it's loaded. And so what it's doing is updating the URL in the database, and then we call get user or set user, whatever that other function was, and it gets the data again. We don't call get job post, so that's why it's not updated that one there. But if you refresh, it does. Okay, so first things first, come into functions, because we want to update the token value. So you want npm install uuid v4. It's just a random token generator. So const this here, add that there. Okay, come down, upload image. So here you go, let generate token equal uuid as a functions, so it generates a random token. And then we come down to here, add a Firebase, storage, downloads tokens, generate token, and then we're going to add it to the end here. So however it's different from yours, go and tokens equals generate tokens. So another thing to look out for is this value here. So you're updating the URL here. Because I've changed this value a few times, it could get you stuck. So make sure this value is the same value you're calling in your project. See, I was actually updating this value here before, but calling this value in the project, so it didn't match up. So you have to make all these values are the same. So hopefully you don't get stuck on that. Come back in here. That's it for lesson 26. So Command S, and then in your console, Firebase deploy -- only functions. Press enter. I've redone it. So now we'll go to, that's it for the back end. Come to your front end project. Profile.js. So import icon button from material UI, and then tooltip is the one that gives us that thing that says edit profile picture there. So the little explainer for each button. You simply just wrap a button in that. I'll show you that as I scroll down. So import edit icon, just a little icon, and then we want to import these. Even though we haven't made upload image just yet, or you haven't, you can just put that there. So come down, you can copy all this. So basically, image is the event target.file1. So when it's basically the image you click on. Yes, it's the image that you click on. So const form data, new form data, append image, that's just the name, the actual image, which is this here, is the one you clicked on the screen, and then image.name goes in like the description. So if you compare that to here in Postman, you got the image, which is the key value, is the image you upload, and the description will be like the image.name. So that's how it compares there. And this .props.upload image form data. Remember, you haven't done this yet, so it'll be making errors. And then you want to handle edit picture. If you just copy this down for now, I'll explain what it means. So what we're doing here, we got an input with the ID image input on change. So when we update a picture or choose a picture, it calls this.handle image change and hidden. So this is actually hidden now. So if I unhide that, this was just for styling. So instead of having this here, I've just made it with this. So that you click this and it pretty much calls that. It's the same as doing that. I'll explain a bit better now. So then when you come down, so you wrap this in the tooltip, which is edit profile picture. So that's there, edit profile picture. Placement top, you can have if you go into MUI, type in tooltips, it shows you all the placements you can have. You can have the top, bottom, left, right, top, right, left, right, all that stuff. So then we got icon button, on click, this dot handle edit picture. So we come to this, so we call this function, and then we set the file input equal to image input. So remember this input here, ID was image input, so we click that, so file input dot click, so that's clicking this thing here, which is the ID for this function. Hopefully that makes sense. So we click that, and it calls this here. It's just a workaround for styling, so hopefully that's all clear there. Now we'll come down here. Okay, so remember the key value pairs for here are logout user, but this is exactly, if you have the same name here, you can do this for short, so these will work exactly the same. Pretty sure you already know this. So that is the same as that. You can comment one out or another out and it'll work exactly the same. So then add in the prop types here, self-explanatory, and then add in map actions to props, like so. Command S. So then user actions, we're going to create the upload image. Where is it? So we dispatch loading user. So what loading user? Loading user simply just sets loading to true, and then get user profile data loading set to false. So it goes loading, does the data fetching, and then loading's false. So access.post, so you get that from here. Copy, paste in there, then add form data, and then after, so we set the value in the database with this function, and then we get the data with this function here. Catch any errors. I'm pretty sure that's it for yep, that's it. So any questions? I've hit all the errors for this one, so ask me down below, and I'll see you in the next lesson.